Everybody, I'm your spooky host, and welcome back to Week 8. Pick your Pocket Monster League, Draft League, Watch Party. Today we watch Week 8. We also watch Jaden and Luke battle. They will battle for supremacy, or like second or third place for the league. It's a big deal. I have crowd control on. Oops. Need to disable that temporarily. I don't know how to do that. Always bad at this. How's everybody doing? How the heck is everybody doing? What am I done with that? I need to post a live link. I need to do that. No, not copy text. I need to copy the link. Not the message link either, just the link. Alright, we're live. Everybody's piling in. Howdy. Please ignore. I don't know how to turn off crowd control. Crowd control is not valid right now. Do not buy. Do not. Crowd control doesn't work. Sorry about that. Alright, so I'm just waiting for oh my gosh, the J27 just subscribed for 2 months in a row. That's very kind of you. Thank you for that. That's very kind. I'm excited for your match. I'm keeping an eye out for that link whenever you're ready. Whenever you are ready. Watch one heck of a match. Taking a look at the standings here. Why is this match so important, you might ask? Pull it up here. This is live. Absolutely incredible. Zoom in a little bit. Okay, we've got... Okay, no music. That's good. Definitely don't want music there. Alright, we're live. We've got it. The match of the century. So, why is this a big deal? Well, let's take a look here. Standings for our half of the division. Luke and Jaden, 6-2, fighting for that coveted second or third slot. That's going to give them a chance to maybe play somebody in the lower half of the bracket, or potentially with only 2 losses, I could still lose, and they could get the first seed. Top 4 is still all flexible, so it could turn out in any order. So the result of this is pretty big. Let's see what we've got here. We've got Celebi from Luke. I haven't seen Celebi a lot. We've got this Durant. I think Jaden just left. That's good. Okay, we've got the Tangrowth lead into Blacephalon. You really don't like to see that. Is he going to stay in? Probably not, right? You don't want to get mind blown or flamethrowered or something, and you want to keep this later for things like the Haunch Crow. You want to keep it for the Swampert, for example. So what is your switch in? Probably something like a Tapu Fini, I would imagine. Nothing else really wants to take this. Maybe some kind of Assault Vest Ceruledge could handle Blacephalon. Flash Fire, that could be a switch in right now. That could definitely be a switch in. Here's the Ceruledge. It will, in fact, take the Flash Fire, and that's going to be a nice boost for against a very frail Blacephalon. I guess you're not going to hit the fire type move against Blacephalon, though. You're going to hit the ghost type move, right? So what are you doing against the ghost type move? What do you got? You've got Haunch Crow can take it, but you're probably not AV, right? So you're going to take big damage from that, and you kind of need Haunch Crow. You switch into Swampert here. Oh, you stay in and you Shadow Ball. You get big damage off against something very threatening. Focus Sash? Very nice, Luke. That is... Do we see Shadow Sneak on Blades McGee? That's the question, though. That was Poltergeist, so that feels pretty reasonable. It's a physical... Definitely... Why would it not be a physical set? I'm silly for suggesting otherwise. No weakness policy, so that's like a relief. The scary Saraledge set is definitely the weakness policy, weak armor thing. But you gotta keep an eye out for the Shadow Sneak here. In which case, you actually do kind of safely switch into maybe like a Honchkrow or something. I was talking about the AV earlier on Luke's team. That doesn't make any sense. That's obviously physical. I don't know why I was saying that. It just goes right for the Shadow Ball. Gotta assume that that is not priority Saraledge. Probably some kind of setup variation. Something like that. Out comes the Tapu Fini, who is going to threaten this pretty strongly. I don't know if Blacephalon has anything for it. But it is going outspeed at the very least. So Blacephalon tearing a few holes in this team right out the gate. Some of the trickier Pokemon too, right? You're kind of less threatened by a lot of the other ones. So what's your win condition here? So if Saraledge isn't looking too good, actually kind of opens up things for Celebi, right? You just got to get rid of Durant. Here comes the Celebi, which takes a critical Draining Kiss. That move is ridiculous, by the way. That move is ridiculous. Gotta imagine probably going for a big grass move. Are we going to see the Durant switch in? Calm Mind's right in Tapu Fini's face. Oh, and we've got a Calm Mind off. We're gonna be here for a couple years, folks. Wait, why is this Tapu Fini... Is there coverage for the Celebi? Is this Signal Beam? We'll never know. Actually, we will once we check the team sheets. We will know. Is there Signal Beam Tapu Fini? Is that a thing? Tapu Finis. Ice Beam? Could definitely be Ice Beam. But you're gonna lose the Stab War there. Nature's Madness. Grass Knot. Not seeing Signal Beam. That must have been... I don't know what he was doing setting up in front of Celebi. Okay. Now we've got Big Deoxys. How are you threatening this? Do you have Signal Beam? Or maybe a knockoff or something? Celebi's looking pretty dangerous. Pretty dangerous. Misty Terrain, not gonna be able to get... Nobody's getting statused. I don't know if we're getting anything out of that or not. This isn't like a big status team, but pretty strong looking position for Luke, who just lost his Tapu Fini, which is a strong guy. Big Nasty Plot. We are going to do a lot of damage. Was that not a sash? That just happened to live the energy ball. Thing is, like, you might get the Nasty Plot up here, but like, how are you getting past Honchkrow? Or like, I don't know, is there Bullet Punch on Iron Hands? You still got problems. Who do you want to... Yeah, this is starting to look rough. How are you going to win this game if your offensive pieces are all falling apart? Iron Hands, we've got... Actually, Blacephalon's looking pretty good into the rest of this team. Actually, Blacephalon looks crazy into the rest of this team, right? Fire, Ghost, Fire. It is going to be outsped by Durant slightly. So if the Durant's out of the way, this is a wash, right? And your speed control it's gone. Pretty much. Okay, there's the Ice Beam. Will not do enough against this this calm-minded Celebi. Looks to be... I don't know if we know anything about its speed yet. But this Celebi is certainly putting in some crazy work. Energy Ball Psychic. Looks like it might be... I don't know where the Metagross... What about the Metagross, right? Maybe it just didn't have anything to handle the Celebi. Or that, yeah. Maybe not the best use... Maybe not the best use of that Deoxys. Maybe you wanted to save that. A bug type move is going to do 1,000,000 damage here. And you're faster. And you know it's not Scarfed, right? So then, what is Luke's switch here? Do you probably go Swampert. What are you going to do about that? Swampert will live. You can get rocks up. Get rocks up, and then Scarlet is going to take 1,000,000 damage when it comes back in. You could break a... No, there's no more focus sashes. Oh no, nobody was focus sash. Except Blacephalion, so... Could be like a focus sash. Maybe, I doubt it, I doubt it. And they're staring each other down. I should just play Pokemon announcer. Pokemon announcer clips, sound clips on this. That'd be crazy. That would be so crazy. Bad position for Jaden. Very bad position for Jaden. Gonna need to pull something together. Do we save the Celebi? Is Luke going to get greedy? Well, I guess it's not really greedy. It's just like high... Celebi's like... just like a good... what, base 100 speed. You're gonna outspeed Scarlet, you're gonna outspeed everything else on the team. You might actually want to save the Celebi. You threaten... Psychic's gonna do a fair amount to Tangrowth at the very least. It'll kill Scarlet, which I don't think is priority. It's a critical moment. This could decide the game. What do you do? Very intense. Very intense. How are you killing Honchkrow? Like, how does this team kill Honchkrow at this point? You gotta get like a Swords Dance off with Scarlet, maybe, and then or something, maybe like substitute Swords Dance against like the Sucker Punch thing, and then like Bitter Blade back up. I think Scarlet. Okay, we go into the Iron Hands. Is going to burn the booster attack and take nothing from the Scissor. Woo! This is Terra Durant, so anything's possible. I don't know if this Iron Hands is packing Fire Punch, but it is going to do pretty good damage. I think I'd like to see the Terra... either the Tangrowth or go Terra Ground and try to make some progress here. Absolutely crazy. Looking rough for Jaden. He's really got to pull it together. Maybe we could see some kind of like Meteor Mash, Agility, Metagross. That still just gets destroyed by most of the team. Luke's team is so nasty. I do not want to play this guy in the playoffs, quite frankly. That would be bad. Alright, we've got Metagross with the Balloon. Is going to take not too much from an Ice Punch. What is he going to do from this position? Psychic Fangs, perhaps? It's gonna be neutral. Good defense. This kind of works. Problem is Honchkrow just comes in and goes to town. Rocks? Kind of late for rocks, but you could do some Tangrowth Regenerator Pivot stuff. We could see a Swords Dance from... I don't have the calc. Okay, we've got a lot of damage from Psychic Fangs. Gonna be able to kill the Iron Hands on the next hit. Are we gonna see... Are we going to see the Honchkrow? This team's actually starting to look a little bit haggard, a little tired. Maybe Jaden can pull it together with some cleverness. Does the Iron Hand stay in? Can you kill it with anything that also hits Honchkrow? I sort of doubt it, right? It's immune to both ground. Heavy Slam's like not gonna kill this Iron Hands, right? It resists steel. Got pinged on my cell phone. Big Heavy Slam. Big Heavy Slam. I like that a lot. He went for the predict. I kind of like that. He's playing from behind, right? You gotta make some gutsy plays when you're playing from behind. Maybe he did the calc. How does the calc look there? Let's go Metagross. Heavy Slam versus Iron Hands. Wow, he called him out. He called him out. Oh my gosh. Incredible play, Jaden. He called him out. Sucker Punch. We'll take out the Metagross. Scarlet comes in. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Do we see the priority? He would outspeed with a... Do we see a Roost from Honchkrow? What are we going to see? This Bitterblade, if you get some health, you're back in this. I mean, you're still kind of scared of, like, Iron Boulder, but... And then what? If you Brave Bird, you die. That's pretty interesting, right? So, I feel like if you're Luke, you go Sucker Punch. You haven't seen priority on this, but it's gonna... And it is... And Scarlet is faster. It doesn't look like a bulky variant or anything. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. This Tangrowth really has not been used a whole lot in this game. But Jaden does have 2 healthy guys left. That Durant with the Terra, still, that's pretty neat. Does outspeed the entire team. That is a note, right? Except Iron Boulder. You need some way to deal with the Boulder. If you're Terra Ground, that helps. There's a Terra Ground Durant Tangrowth endgame here. If Jaden can pull it together. Luke in a pretty dominant position, but a couple of his guys are right on the edge. Right on the edge. What a banger. What an absolute banger. And what will they do? I'm ready for the action. Metagross putting in the work, though, I will say. What a great Pokemon. Double Psychic, pretty bold. Pretty bold. Oh, Sucker Punch. And we see Substitute. Oh my gosh, this could be big. If you... Here's the deal. If you... Okay, yep, goes for the Sucker Punch. He will Bitter Blade, and unfortunately... I think he had to Swords Dance there or something. I think you had to Swords Dance. You get rid of the Honchkrow, you're not going to get 6-0'd. But now, what do you do about Blacephalon? Is that Scarfed? No, it did 2 moves. So, you're probably going to sack your Scarlet. You're losing your Scarlet to this Blacephalon this turn, I bet. And then your Durant will outspeed, and you're going to get a kill there. And then your Ground... Maybe. No, you don't have to Terra yet. You don't have to Terra yet. What other Terras does it have? What are the other possibilities? The Terra Ground just looks good. This looks good. Where's Luke? Or no, Jaden. It's not loading fast enough. Or do you just go Boulder here? And then what do they do against Boulder? Well, you'd have to go... I think you'd go Tangrowth. Try to do some stuff there. Scarlet has leftovers. If you get another turn or 2, you might be okay. Here's the Iron Hands. What does that calculation look like? Iron Hands probably... Maybe gets a kill with Bitter Blade, depending on the calc. Is certainly faster. Is he calculating post-Bitter Blade damage? You heal back a little bit. Oh, man, that's a tough calc. 23% recovered. No, that feels a little bit high. I don't think that's actually the case. Sorry, I'm hitting you with spoilers. I don't mean to do that. Oh, boy. I mean, that's a stab. That thing... Here's the thing. That Iron Hands was not taking much damage before. Not taking much damage at all. I can hardly take this. The tension. Absolutely palpable. What is palpable? Don't know. Don't know. Hydrate or dehydrate, as my wife says. And many people before her, but... You understand? The standoff. We should have put the timer on. Really taking their time thinking about doing all the calculations. Does not get the kill, but gets up to 44. Is going to go down to the Thunder Punch. And now you got to win this entire game with a Durant and a Tangrowth. Your Luke. You got a lot of things that are close to dying. You go Swampert here? If it's Swampert, you invite in Tangrowth. What's he doing with this Swampert's kind of the question. Here's Stomping Tantrum. Is going to get the kill. Is this Hustle? Is it Swarm? Or is it... I've seen this guy do Truant. At the very least, we're at plus... There's only a plus... If Luke wins right now, it's a +4. If Jaden wins, it's a +2. What does +4 look like for the standings? +4 would put Luke... Oh, pretty high. That would put him in second. That'd be a pretty good differential. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Here's the thing. What is threatening this Durant as a bug steel type right now? What are we looking at here? X Scissor, Stomping Tantrum. What if we got Terra Ground? How do I activate Terra? I don't actually know how to do that. Here we go. So Terra Ground would... X Scissor would just be better against the boulder, so he might keep the typing. And he's not going to die in 2 hits. Let's get rid of this real quick. Let's un-Terra. I lost it again. Okay. Mighty Cleave would probably do it if... Alright. Still hasn't made a move. Can Jaden pull it off? Or will Luke hold his dominance over this match? I'm shaking in my boots. Here's the thing. You have to save the Blacephalon for Tangrowth, right? So I feel like you gotta... Because you're not killing Tangrowth otherwise. You send out Swampert, it invites in... You gotta double? So if you're Luke here, you send in Swampert, and then do you immediately double... Do you double into Blacephalon? I think you have to. No, I'm not going to say that. That might be foolish. So you're not like immediately threatened by this Swampert, right? But you can't like... I don't know if you can do much to it. Like, what does he have? He does get Energy Ball. That would be crazy tech. If he brought Energy Ball... But I'm not seeing like another... Like what? Toxic? Not seeing another grass type move. Oh my god, it's Truant. He actually brought the Truant Durant. You've got to be kidding me. He's going to... He brought the Truant Durant, everybody. Oh, and he's paying for it. Guys, here's the deal. If you're trying to get a good spot in playoffs, don't bring Truant Durant. And hey, maybe this will bite me in the butt. You're not doing anything to the Swampert. Just gonna sit on you. There we go. I like that. Yeah, not gonna do much there. And then anything that switches in, you're gonna get a good hit on. So you kind of have to stay here. Actually, this Tangrowth might just do it, depending on the set, right? No. You know, you sack something. No. Okay, so here's the thing. If Jaden gets a kill right now, he invites in Blacephalon for free. And then Blacephalon wins the game. I think. So if you're Jaden, you need Luke to throw. You need Jaden to switch in with Blacephalon. He switches an Iron Boulder. Going to get the Toxic off. And we'll see what set of Tangrowth this is. Is he going to set up some Swords Dances or something? There's the X-Scissor. Going to do pretty good damage. This is going to be like a healing set. Here's the Leech Seed. Protect. Oh, wait! No, if... Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, this is still tricky because the Durant outspeeds the Blacephalon. And Jaden is not... He's got to be very careful about the Durant because it is... Oh my gosh. That is not Protect. That's not Protect. It's Synthesis! Oh my god! It's Synthesis! So now, the Durant is not taking a special attack. That's just the truth. And there's no... Is there Protect on this Blacephalon? I mean, certainly it just destroys. There's no scenario in which this lives. Because something's dying this turn. Alright, keep doing this. There's the Blacephalon. So, if you... This is not Terra Tangrowth, right? That would be the play of the century. No, it is a Durant. Durant can be Bug, Steel, and Ground. You can kill this Blacephalon. You're not going to PP Solid or anything. It's going to get a Beast Boost, but it's slower than Durant. Like, this is a terrible situation for Jaden. Absolutely horrible. Sorry. Horrible situation. You need Luke to throw. And the way Luke throws... How does Luke throw? Protect. Yeah, so there's the flamethrower. We don't know it was a focus sash, so it can... I mean, that destroys the entire team. It's 130. What is this item? Rocky Helmet. So you're not living that. No way. You pretty much have to die with the Tangrowth. And then you take 20... You take 12.5 with Durant, and you have to beat the rest of the team with that and Truant. Because you've selected Truant as your move. Here's a Beast Boost. You're not going to outspeed. So this is fine. What you need, if you are Jaden, is for Luke to switch out into Swampert for some reason right now. There's the X-Scissor. Okay, now you're in Truant mode. Now you must... Okay, here's the Swampert coming up pretty early. Here, you You might need like oh, there's Truant. That's not gonna do it. You're not killing the Swampert. This game's over. He actually brought Truant. That was not good. Nice crit, but it's not gonna be enough. Good game. Good game to Luke. The consequences of that are Jaden is going to go down to a little bit of spoilers, but Jaden's going to go down to 6 and 3. Luke's going to go up to 7 and 2 and pass Sierra up. And then Luke is going to play. Then the next match is next week's pretty interesting too, because I play Steve, Sierra plays Molly, Luke plays Noah, Jaden plays Diego. And that's a pretty interesting way to start things out. Matt has a little bit of a chance to overtake. There's a world in which Matt is able to overtake Jaden, I think. I think that's a possibility. Let's hop in the Discord and see if they want to chat. Either way, we're gonna get Luke in here for the recaps anyways. Let's hop in there, see if we'll see if they're both willing to hop on. But they're posting. I'm sure they're... Hey, congratulations. Might take them a second to get the mic and stuff set up. Take your time. No rush. Nope, I can't hear you. That could be me, though. That could be me. Give me one moment. Here we go. Output device. Headset. That's correct. Oh, I can hear you.
You hear me now?
I can hear you. Let me, I think I can do, like, individual... Okay, user volume. That's already pretty high. Let me turn my general volume up. And then I'll turn the battle music down.
Okay. Did you watch the game live?
Yeah, I streamed it.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, you're on stream right now.
Sweet.
Congratulations. That was one heck of a match.
Yeah, that was a very good game actually.
I
was like, I think I was up 3-0 or 4-0, but all my mons were like third health or less.
Yeah, they were struggling at the end.
Like I'm winning, but not really.
But it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big match for obviously for the standings. That's gonna shoot you up to second. Oh, that was Scarfed Durant. I was wondering what that item was.
Yeah, I had a feeling he was gonna do that, but I was like, well, I still got a couple answers for it. Bucephalon can't.
Yeah, I think so. That speed was tough to deal with. I was wondering if you'd have something crazy like Energy Ball on the Durant to handle the Swampert. But
yeah,
I think it was the Truant that really did it. Like a Swarm or like a Hustle, like it's risky, but might have been able to get enough damage to do something big. But he had the old entrainment. Oh, that was also a bulky Durant. No wonder it wasn't doing much.
Yeah, and I saw like it barely took any health. I was like, oh, this could be a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Jaden, I see you in the chat. Sorry on a close loss, but it was a well-fought game. The Truant was also to build Stomping Tantrum. That is neat. But you can also just do 2 Stomping Tantrums. You know what I'm saying? Is that how it works? Stomping. So what? I know you just were prepping today, Luke. What was your strategy when you were building?
Going into this, I was like, well, I was trying to think about how he was prepping.
Yeah.
For me, so I was like, I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm not gonna go too heavy on the irons. I'm not gonna do Pincurchin or anything like that. I'm just gonna try to be super bulky.
There you go.
Like with Celebi and Swampert, and kind of just play to the advantage. I was like, I know he's got like a ground disadvantage. I'm like,
yeah.
So I just went kind of bulky and just hoped that I could take some hits and just counter whatever he had to throw at me.
Yeah, worked out. Iron, what was that? Iron Hands took something, and it took 0 damage from it. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. It was like I I think it was X scissor or something.
Yeah, I think it was an X scissor. That was nuts. I think a really good play from Jaden was the heavy slam call out on your switch to Honchkrow. That was huge.
I was like, I knew he was gonna have heavy slam on it, but I was like, is he gonna bullet punch? What's he gonna do? So I was like, this is probably just what I'm gonna have to switch into.
Yes, it's a bold move, but
I'll
paid
just
off.
risk the heavy slam.
Looking at Jaden's set, I feel like you had to. I feel like the place to turn that game around was when you had the substitute up against the Honchkrow. I think you had to Swords Dance.
Yeah.
Because if he Brave Birds, then he just dies to having 1 health. I feel like that could have turned it around. Otherwise, like once that Blacephalon got into the last couple guys, it was over.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling too in the beginning, like I had some bad reads. Like I kind of had a feeling what he was gonna do.
Yeah.
But like that flamethrower into the flash fire was not good. And I had a feeling that was gonna come too. I was just like, oh, this might be the safe play, and ended up not being the safe play.
Yeah, it's always tricky because like you're kind of afraid of like the weak armor, like weakness policy, Sarah Ledge or something like that. But the flash fire set's nasty too.
Yeah, but luckily I had the sash on him too, so it all worked out.
Jaden's saying he should have went Durant on Celebi instead of Deoxys. I agree.
Yeah, definitely. I was surprised to see the what was it, the Calm Mind. We both did the Calm Mind, and then I just killed him with the energy ball. I
think the play that really had me raising an eyebrow was the Tapu Fini Calm Mind. I think that's what you were just talking about. Sorry. In front of the Celebi. I was like, what is the coverage here? Does it get Signal Beam or something? Is it like Ice Beam?
When he did it, I was a little worried, and then I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're all good now.
Yeah. So, tricky stuff.
It was a good match, all in all.
Was a good match, nice and tight. Just a couple moves away, just kind of choking. Yeah, I feel like, it's tricky, especially dealing with like nerves and stuff. First big season too, so good. You're doing great this season, Jaden. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you too, Luke. That puts you at that's plus 21, so you're going to be number 2 in the Johto division.
Oh yeah. If only I beat you that 1-0 match.
Awesome. I hope I don't run into you in the playoffs. That would be incredibly frightening.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sure the match will be decided halfway at least before it even starts.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see. All right, you want to get on to some matches?
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to start today with, so this is week 8, really getting down to the wire. We're going to start with, that's not right. We're going to start with Matt and Jeremy. Matt and Jeremy both fighting for a playoff spot, I want to say. In our division as well, right?
I believe so. So how are we gonna watch these together? Do I pull it up or do you share your screen?
I'm going to share in the Discord. Thank you for reminding me.
Got it.
Thank you for ding dang reminder. Okay, let me know if you see my screen.
Let's see.
Should see the match.
The watch stream. Okay.
See it?
I think I'm also still. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was reading a different plus sign. Okay. Yeah, I would be in second.
Yeah. Cool. All right, you can see my screen.
Yep.
All right, so we've got Matt and Jeremy. Matt with the obviously the mono normal team plus Jolteon despite Alex, and then we've got Jeremy with kind of the bulky kind of balanced team, which has been, they got the Regenerator core plus Corviknight, which is pretty tough to break through. So I think I'm looking here for some like really big special attacks to break through this core, like Corviknight and this Steelix and all these kind of physical walls all piled up. If I'm Matt, and then on the other side, You're not going to be hit by many stab moves because you've got Dragapult, so you might be able to do some big damage with like with your stab dragon type attacks or something. What do you think?
Mhm. Yeah, no, I agree, and I think both of these teams, have kind of started to turn things around in one way or another. I think Jeremy's team has definitely gotten a lot better.
Yeah, it's like fundamentally like a real good and tricky team. I think he's just been learning a bit.
For sure.
I'm trying to adjust the volume a little bit. Well, let's see how Matt is able to break through some of this. Starts off with the Meloetta against the big Steelix. Gets out of there to the Dunsparce, the Steelix counter. Rocks. Airsteel and gets glared. Unfortunate. And what a tank, the Dunsparce. Holy moly.
Battle of two tanks right here.
We got
that counter is killer.
That's so cool. Matt is stretching the Dunsparce as far as it can possibly go. But Jeremy wisely realizes he's not going to make any progress against the Dunsparce, but is going to suffer 2 paralysis and big damage on Steelix. He's just going to get paralyzed again. Yep. That's half the team paralyzed already.
What a great start.
Yeah, we got the Toxic Spikes out here. That's pretty good against a mono normal team with no like poison types or anything. And we're going to Paraflinch this Toxapex. That is painful.
I also like how all of Jeremy's Pokemon are named Cat something.
Oh yes, that is. I feel like it's been getting more aggressive too. Oh, this is gonna be
stretch.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be rough to watch. They're just going to sit here and recover and headbutt.
Oh man, yeah.
I guess.
Stall off.
Yeah, I guess like, what's your incentive to go into something else if you're Jeremy? Like, you want to save stuff, but oh, the burn could be good. Yeah, that'd be good. But it's really gonna take forever.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the roost. Oh my god. Toxapex is slower normally, but the Para's getting him. Matt gets tired of it and switches out. Probably gonna try and rapid spin. And I feel like you gotta go Dragapult there, maybe. I guess you risk losing your Dragapult, but he obviously wants to get rid of all those hazards.
Yep.
Cyclozar's gone. Terra Normal, Hyper Voice, predicting a switch into something else. Oh, actually just getting the throat spray off. Oh, I don't know why you're sacking the Corviknight. Like,
yeah.
Phantom Force against the mono normal team. That's.
Oh.
I guess he didn't realize he. Oh man, that's such a waste.
Oh man.
He even says whoops. Oh, that's tough.
When you lose your catapult that early.
Yep.
Not
good. Really good. Oh, Ice Shard. What are we doing? Surely you have a move better than Ice Shard. Oh, tell me you have a move better than Ice Shard.
Let's see what he gets here.
Oh, he's already knocked off. Oh.
Oh, the counter. The counter is just killer.
This Dunsparce is gonna be MVP of the league or something. Wow, not doing anything.
He might be around the 500 team, but that dude in Sparse is crazy.
He's popping off. And that is how many teammates paralyzed? Everybody except Dragapult, who died in one hit.
Yep.
That's wild. And now you just got to break through this poison core, but you've got Big Grumpa, Spore, Samson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it hurts.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna play Matt in the playoffs or not, but he's just gonna be a very frustrating opponent if I have to.
He's so good. He just happened to mess himself up with a normal type team.
Yeah.
Good game to Matt. I like the team for the most part, Jeremy, on this one. Probably didn't want to bring a ghost type move, quite frankly, to a normal type team. Better to just not put yourself in temptation's path.
Would have been a different match, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. All right, next. We got Doug and Alex F, and not the commissioner. Doug also fighting for his playoff life. Alex learning the ways of Pokemon quite a bit. Definitely getting better as we go on. We're gonna hopefully we'll use this Slow King to make some slow pivots and safely get into these really aggressive and kind of powerful guys. Actually, they're not that powerful, but they're aggressive, I guess. No ground type on the opponent's team, on Doug's team. So Regieleki can go crazy here. So maybe oh wait, what am I talking about? There's Flygon. I'm a fool. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
And then if I'm Doug, what do you think is Doug's path?
I mean, Doug's path. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, if he can take advantage of the ground, like, you know, that Regieleki could be a problem for him. I mean, the Alolan Sandslash shouldn't be too much of a threat.
Yep. If that's thick fat, Snorlax, like a cursed Snorlax looks incredible here. You're gonna wall the Charizard, you're gonna wall the Regieleki, you're gonna wall the Slow King, and then if you have like Body Slam and like maybe a fighting type move, you tear through this team. So let's see if this Snorlax pops off. Bisharp and a Meowscarada lead. Gonna do good damage with that Terra U-turn, or that Protein U-turn. And here's the Lax. We've got rocks.
Already.
And we've got... It's a counter Snorlax.
Ooh.
Against like a half special team. Missed the Thunder Wave into... Well, it's immune. Maybe that was a mistake.
Yep.
First impression. Good Earthquake.
Yep, there it goes.
That's rough. You would like to get more value out of that Sand Slash with the Chilly Reception. Nice Hurricane. A raw Hurricane. And what are you doing about the Snorlax? There's the curse. I like this. I like this a lot.
Here we go.
And we trick. Oh my god, it's Black Sludge. That's a lot of fun. Heavy Slam. What is that for?
Interesting.
I know he's heavy, but you could really just Body Slam. What is the final move, do you think? Ice Punch. Oh, that's...
Okay, there you go.
That's unfortunate.
Decent coverage move.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else is on Alex's team, but surely just like a Brick Break even Body Slam would get the job done.
Yeah. I guess the Ice Punch is probably for Crobat.
Yeah. Another U-turn. Is that Boots? I think it's Boots. I don't think it took any damage.
Yeah, it didn't take anything.
Yes. There's the Espeon. Is probably gonna get the kill on this Crobat. That's nice.
Go.
But Charizard comes in. I think is gonna get outsped by Espeon, so he switches out. There's Regieleki, and now your Snorlax is gone.
He didn't have to. He could have just started out with him already.
Yeah, that's also fair.
Yeah.
Shadow Claw not going to do much into this Bisharp, and now you're a Ghost type, so you're going to get wrecked by a Sucker Punch, so you got to switch out. And now you're versus your dad, and that's tricky. It's an Assault Vest. Iron Head.
Okay.
Where's the low kick? Oh, Fairy.
Interesting.
Gets flinched. Is faster than the fully evolved form. It gets Iron Headed into Oblivion.
Ooh.
And
Straight
now...
back at him.
Yeah, sorry, I feel like I'm talking over you. Good Sucker Punch. Good Sucker Punch.
Yep.
Kowtow? Sucker Punch.
Yep.
Sludge Bomb, not gonna do anything.
Oof. Oof.
Pretty good game from Alex. An underdog,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, Alex has definitely gotten better. I would say my only advice is switching's good.
Yeah.
Probably just don't switch too much, especially that one switch was pretty bad when he switched into it after the death and then switched again. So it's like there is such a thing as switching too much.
Yeah. Take some time, take a breath, and just think about like, all right, I've got 4 moves and a couple of switches I can make. and just go through one by one and think about it. Bring like a coffee or something to your match and sip and think a little bit, and maybe that'll help.
Yep, you got all the time in the world unless somebody wants to throw that timer on you.
Yeah, and then you can shame them, maybe. All right, we've
That's
got...
Alex's favorite thing to do.
Is it?
Well, I mean, if you're taking too long, I can understand the timer, but he's
Yeah.
just like, you only got so many moves to choose from.
Yeah, come on, man. That's funny. All right, we've got Nick versus Sierra. Sierra doing pretty well at the top of our division, and Nick, who's been struggling to find a foothold. We've got the Ninetales for Sun, which doesn't look... I mean, that's like not great for a couple of these, like... I don't know. What do you... I guess Cinderace kind of takes advantage of the sun a little bit, and the water types on Sierra's team might not like the sun a ton. I don't know. You got any thoughts about this one?
Maybe he's just... He might not even be thinking about that. I think he's just like... He's got Ninetales as an answer for Celesteela or like the Volbeat or something.
And just blow it up.
I'm sure he wasn't thinking about Sunny Day, but it's just a counter for fire type.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe we'll see the Shell Smash Blastoise does not look incredible here with some of the threats, so maybe the path to victory is like a bunch of Arctozolt. If he gets rid of the Thunderous, Bolt Beak looks pretty good into this team, so maybe we'll see that. Actually, no, he's also got to deal with the Seismitoad.
Yo,
this is a rough matchup. Maybe Solar Beam Ninetales. That might... Scorching Sands, Solar Beam, Flamethrower Ninetales. That looks okay into this team.
That actually is what I had on my team last year. I like to take advantage of. It's like one of the best coverage moves to have.
Yeah. Oh,
yep, and there you go.
Right into the Solar Beam. That's going to do big damage against Seismitoad. Let's get the rocks up, but is going to sacrifice the Seismitoad for it.
Just a pawn.
Thunderous is coming in. Solar Beam does go crazy on Ninetales Pyroki. It's very nice. Volt Switch. Good switch. Nick.
Wow.
We're taking big damage from that. And...
Oh.
Nice going to Celesteela. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good.
Ooh. Misses a Leech Seed. And goes out into Volbeat. Gets nuked. Gets nuked by Necroza.
Nice.
Red card.
Okay.
Now, switches out into Cinderace. It's going to take 50% from an overheat in the sun.
Wow.
A lot of switching here. Oh, misses the gunshot.
A little unfortunate for Sierra to start the match, but Nick's not playing bad.
No, he's playing pretty good. Flip turn, I would have liked to just see the Cinderace killed there.
Yeah.
Photosynthesis Screamtail. Are we going to see something big? No, we're going to die to a gunk shot.
Ooh, man. Dang.
And yeah, that would have to be Scarfed.
Yeah,
probably.
if the Blastoise just kills the Cinderace there, you can keep the Screamtail for another day. It can maybe do some damage somewhere else.
Yeah, there's the Bolt Beak. That's pretty nice. Cinderace hitting like 5 gunk shots in a row is pretty crazy, though.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me. Big Sludge Bomb. Just get some damage on the Garchomp, which is kind of threatening. And tanks a Dragon Claw, so that's pretty cool. But what is Garchomp doing against Celesteela? Nothing.
Yeah, virtually nothing, I would think.
Fire Fang. That's fun.
Decent coverage.
And
Still
Rough Skin.
Not nearly enough. Celesteela's just a wall.
Man, he's grown up. He did Rocky Helmet, Rough Skin. That's good.
Yeah, he really knew what to do there.
Tech gonna just stall out a turn. It's physical Ninetales. Or it's mixed Ninetales. Is going to kill with the Flare Blitz.
Oh, yeah, I just see that. No special.
Yep.
Yeah, well.
Thunderous comes in, gets another kill, and then you've got to deal with this bulky Necrozma. What is it going to do? Fireball just takes care of it in the sun.
Dang, that was definitely a lot closer.
Oh yeah.
I would have thought.
Yeah, I was in the room with Sierra watching toward the end, and she was definitely like, "This is not going the way I was gonna hope."
Yeah, I think if he uses the Blastoise to kill the Cinderace right away, lets the Screamtail live, like, that could have been a way closer match.
Could have looked a lot different for sure.
Yeah,
So, good stuff.
not bad.
All right, next we've got me versus Jaden. This is one that I prepped for a lot because he kept talking about the match in the chat, and I was like, all right, if he's talking this matchup, I can't like, I gotta prep.
Yeah, Jaden's a huge prepper.
He is a prepper. So I was like, all right, well, maybe as a newer player, he might not know some of the ways to break through stall and struggle with like breaking through things and switching a lot. And I'm gonna try and like give him a lot of opportunities to make mistakes. So I went with a super bulky team. And I was just like, all right, I'm gonna set hazards. I'm gonna spin block with Gholdengo. The only thing he could defog with is Tapu Fini, so I'm like, all right, I'll just slap max special defense, max HP on this, and I can just throw it in front of Tapu Fini at any time. Only thing I was really afraid of was like a calm mindset because I don't have the power to break through with Make It Rain. But he didn't bring that, which was pretty fortunate. Any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, it looks like a pretty similar team to what you brought against me too. I think Jaden and I have kind of similar teams. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to break through that wall. I mean, if you especially made Mew bulky, you got the Weezing and the Avalugg. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty tough for him.
Yeah, they're chunky, and like
I think Metagross is gonna have to do a lot for him.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe like agility, Meteor Mash or something could start to break through, but the problem is you start to get scared of like Ogerpon.
Right.
The thing about this match is it's built for what my team does best, which is like hazard stack and block the spin. And there are just certain teams that doesn't work against, like Phil's team who had the defog on the Moltres, where it's like, all right, the one thing that can defog like obliterates Gholdengo, so it just doesn't fly. Yeah. So let's see this one. Start off the Palmot with some really good prep. Has the Terra flying. And I think calls out the Terra ground, but Avalugg has a billion defense is the problem.
Yeah. Gonna take a lot there.
So I'm stacking hazards and I'm like, all right, he's putting me to sleep, but like, all right, I'll just be asleep for a little bit. Didn't feel particularly...
He's trying to outbulk you there with the Leak Seed.
Yeah. And like, that's fine. I don't need 2 sets of Toxic Spikes. It'd be nice if he does something like, I kind of want to poison the Tapu Fini's the big thing.
Yeah.
He's the Metagross. I'm happy to have this matchup, but this whole time I'm just trying to stay alive and get him to switch, so I just recover. I knew the Grass Knot was coming thanks to a mock I did with my wife, so thanks to her for that. Crit Night Slash does 25%.
Wow. Just a tank.
That's crazy. I knew he was coming back in, so I just did the rapid spin to see if I could maybe outspeed and also to break the balloon. And then
it's gone now.
That's just automatic. And then I get to wake up, which is nice. I Will-O-Wisp, not knowing what will come in exactly. But my switch in every time to Tapu Fini's Gholdengo, so that's just automatic. He goes into Metagross, and I'm like, all right, well, that's gonna be fine. And then he goes into Tapu Fini, and I'm like, all right, that's what I was here for.
Yep.
Make It Rain is gonna 2-hit KO from this point. And he didn't know about Defog and Gholdengo, which is tough.
Yeah.
And once this thing is gone, then I'm not really afraid of like a big setup sweeper, which is pretty nice. Jaden noting that Drapion Night Slash against the Avalugg was a sniper crit, so it was even like more powerful. So knockoff's not going to do much to Avalugg.
So you get going with the Garganackle.
Yep. Terra Ground Avalugg's been saving my butt because I didn't draft a ground type this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, so knew that was coming. I kind of wanted to save the wheezing. See if I could get some toxic spikes off later or like burn something. And with the Tapu Fini gone, like I just like didn't need the Gholdengo anymore, so I was like, all right, I'll just kill some stuff. This is the scariest thing left. I believe it's Scarfed. So that Terra Flying's like really, it was built for handling Ogerpon, but like he's struggling to break through. He doesn't know about the Leech Seed either. He's struggling to break through the Gholdengo. I get to the wheezing and I'm like, all right, I just need to make some progress against this. And like, I don't need the wheezing. I just want to free switch in. So the Clear Smog's just like, don't curse, essentially. And I'm happy to die there. And I'm not really afraid of anything this is doing. I can die, that's fine. But he goes Hammer Arm, which means I can start to just speed up with the Rapid Spin. And I don't know if I'm these switches were a little aggressive.
Yeah, same advice I'd offer with Alex too. Just keep the mons you got in. Sometimes the best move is just keeping the one in you got. Yep.
Nice crit there. I just recover. I started to feel kind of like a jerk there, but I wanted to win. And I was a little bit afraid of a freeze, but just couldn't figure out what to do. Yeah, that was really tricky. Yeah, I switch in here every time. If you've got knockoff, that's like fine. You can only do it once. He comes in, and then I can just hex everything from here with Gholdengo.
Yep.
An absolute monster, Gholdengo.
Yeah.
But there's some really cool prep on Jaden's side. I really like the Terra Flying Palmot with a Scarf. That was super clever. If we end up against each other in the playoffs, I'm sure there'll be some pretty wacky mind games, because now I know that you're really worried about this Gholdengo, and maybe I think you'll over prep for it. But now that you've heard me say that, maybe you'll think that I'll think that, and we'll see how it goes. All the mind games, right?
Dude, yeah, I gotta tell you, man, the mind games that we had in our match, it's just like the amount of like prep you put in sometimes is insane.
I
think, yeah, I think, like I said, I think Jane was just at a disadvantage at the start. Like knowing how you can do with the bulky team, it's just gonna be tough for him to get through, regardless of who he puts in.
Yeah, Jaden, I'm gonna give you a tip, and this might hurt me, but if you got a fast Pokemon with Taunt, you get to shut down all of those recovers for all those slow mons. That's pretty good. Or Encore or something like that. That could really goof me up.
Oh yeah.
I think also knowing how good his gold works definitely would help in that scenario. Got Cerulege for taunt. Yeah, and that's tricky too. I was worried about Cerulege for sure. But good game, good game. Alright, we've got the great battle of the Chris's next. It'll go down in history.
Oh yeah. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Congratulations, you played yourself. You got that right. Scary looking team. I always say when I see Chris, Unknown Raccoons is Chris Prather. So this is Chris,
Chris Milan.
Chris Milan. His team's so scary. Just like raw power plus Dugong. I respect the Dugong.
Just those in Dugong there for fun.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, you're gonna take 0. Actually, against this Darmanitan, it's kind of sick, right? Because you got with Thick Fat, you're gonna soak up any ice attack and do like you're gonna take 0 from like an ice move. So
yeah,
that's kind of incredible prep, is bringing Dugong against Darmanitan Galar.
I think that's what he kind of figured too, especially like the rest of his schedule. He had, I think, Judo the week before. Chris, I think he wanted to get an ice type Pokemon because that's going to be like an advantage for him against his remaining opponents.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, Dugong, I don't know if anybody's played Pokemon Stadium 2, but the rental Dugong was crazy with the Rest, Sleep Talk, Aurora Beam, and
oh, dude,
Surf.
Yes. Man, Pokemon Stadium 2 was the best. Those mini games were so fun.
Oh, the mini games are great. Absolute blast. Delibird delivery. Chansey's egg emergency is an absolute
Dude,
banger.
yes.
It's the ultimate test of skill. I should put. I don't want to get copyright strike, but I should put that minigame music on in the background. All right, let's get it going.
That'd be awesome.
We've got Aloe, the ultimate bulky pivot. Hitmontop just straight going for it. No way
Right
you're
away.
breaking. No way you're breaking through this. And we've got the counter liquidation.
He's gonna try.
He wants this dead at any cost. Unfortunately, he's against an Alomomola, so no matter what he does, no physical attacker is going to break through this.
Yep.
And now, do we see a flip turn? No, another liquidation. This is a surprised to see the liquidation on this. There's the flip turn.
There you go.
Because an armor is going to take a fair amount from this. Weak armor kicks off, and now you can get off a big fire type attack.
Ooh.
Oh, and there goes
Yep.
your big Melmetal. I think you wanted that against like Rillaboom and Noivern and stuff. Oh,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Never mind.
There goes the Dugong. That's tough.
all right, maybe not. Maybe that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Good sash.
Bad,
And the-
bad.
Dark Pulse is gonna do it.
Let's see what the Darkrai can do.
Wow, just
Thunder.
a raw thunder.
Wow.
Is that normally outspeed? Yeah. Oh, that was like a bulkier Darkrai or something, or like it wasn't Scarf. Huh. Or maybe it was a. No, that must have been a bulky Darkrai. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Rillaboom's wished up. Here's Naganadel. You're gonna take a big ground type attack. Wood Hammer does almost 50%.
Shoot.
That's a frail beast.
Let's see what we got.
Ooh, this is scary. This could get out of hand
Yeah.
pretty quick. It gets fire coverage.
Yeah, man. If that Naganadel can just start sweeping.
There's the Draco. Oh man, I would have loved to see another move other than Draco.
Right.
You could have went
It's like
to.
the one you don't want to see. Okay, switches out.
Yeah, that's good. That's your win con. You got to keep it. Oh my gosh. Is this scarfed?
Let's see.
If this is scarfed, it's over, I think. Flamethrower.
Be.
Nice. Beast boost. Noivern.
That was what you need, the Beast Boost.
There's the Draco.
There's the Draco.
Oh, it's the speed. Oh my gosh. If this was Beast Boost speed or special attack, this could have been crazy.
Yeah, you want speed instead.
Yeah, Draco's just too. It just hurts too much. I've got a Naganadel in my other league, and that's always the tricky part. Is like you want to start going crazy, but Draco slows you down.
Right. Yeah, that's always a tough thing, dude. If you want to do Beast Boost, speed, or attack, I've seen
Yeah.
and that's why I got Blacephalon for the versatility, because you can do that both ways.
Yeah, that is nice. That's a dangerous guy. Your Blacephalon really made it happen in this Jaden battle.
Yeah, it's like a little unorthodox approach from like my Pincurchin set of like those guys. I got somebody like that, and then some versatile, bulky guys.
Yeah, that's good. All right, you versus Judah. What was your thought going into this?
Yeah, I honestly just put out like my best matchups that I had as far as like typing and stuff, and this is
Yeah.
what I came up with. And I was like, and it's kind of tough for me each week to be like, should I just go all out with my irons and get the Pincurchin, or what should I do?
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see in a sec. I think I ended up having a good game plan.
Yeah. Again.
I think Judah kind of rushed a little too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he really had enough time to prep.
It sounds like he's been pretty busy in general.
Yeah, unfortunately, because I know he had a pretty good team last year.
Oh yeah. Mousehold is in the household. Here's Terra Honchkrow. The big brave bird. Unresisted by the other team. That's a great pick.
Yeah.
And Moxie. You just 6-0?
Yeah. Honchkrow just starts doing damage here.
Oh my god. Oh, I guess you don't
Yeah,
6-0.
my toughest decision was, should I do Brave Bird or should I do like Drill Peck or something? I'm like, he's not gonna last more than 4, but he still kills 4.
Yeah, I mean, that's incredible value.
Almost a perfect start.
Mighty Cleave, but
Not quite kill him. I knew that was gonna kill me.
it's like you're kind of okay. You got Celebi. You have something with Rocky Helmet, you're totally fine. Actually,
Yeah, this one doesn't have the Rocky helmet, and this one almost didn't kill me. That crit, I think, actually made the difference.
it made the difference, yeah. So close. Yeah, that mouse hold definitely forces some prep.
For sure.
And then Swampert comes in. Terra Ghost. I don't know what the Terra Ghost is for.
Had the Rocky helmet.
Yeah. It certainly gets the job done. Yeah, it's like if you run Covert Cloak or whatever, Punching Glove, I can't remember. Then you lose the wide lens, which lets you get the hits off in the first place. So you gotta like, I think you gotta spend the whole game like looking for the Rocky helmet, knocking it off with something else, and then like you pretty much go Terra normal mouse hold.
Right.
You gotta save it for the end. And
yeah, if you can get that Rocky helmet gone, I mean, it could do something for sure.
Good game. Probably closer.
Yeah, solid game.
Yeah.
He definitely got a few on me at the end, but still had no worries with that Hunch Crow, surprisingly just killing it from the start.
Go into town. That's frightening.
Yeah.
All right, we've got Phil and Pat. Phil with a goofy looking team. We got a bunch of goons here, honestly, with the Golem, Alola, the Xurkitree. Oh my gosh. And then Pat with the cute goth girl, everybody's favorite. The Dracovic MVP from last year. Man, this would be a nice snow team. We had like a Slowking Galar here. That would just rip.
Yeah, they both definitely got some interesting teams.
Yeah. I think if you... So, Minior does learn Earthquake, I'm pretty sure. If you get that Fortress taken care of, Minior looks incredible, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Get off a Shell Smash, you go to town.
Yeah.
On the flip side, I think Phil's looking to get rid of that Belly Bolt, and then Xurkitree, like a Scarfed Xurkitree or something with like Thunderbolt could just go to town. So it could be pretty volatile.
Yeah, I like what he's been doing with Machamp too.
Oh yeah, classic Specs Terra Electric. We have fishes setting up the Reflect. I like that. Works against.
Not bad.
I mean, it works against this guy, but honestly, the rest of the team isn't incredibly physical.
Biggest nugget.
Setting up in front of Dracovic is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, bold move, but it seems to be working decent.
Oh my god, Fortress did something. That's incredible. And now you die from Hydro Pump. That's not a surprise.
Yep. Oh, got rid of the Dracovic though.
And your screens are gone. That's spooky. Big Body Slam. Yep. Wow.
Ooh.
I guess that's Galvanize or whatever. Yeah. Explode. This explodes. Great. Love that. Get through the wall. Okay. And now you can get the Beast Boost off. Terra Electric Ingrain.
Ooh.
And the Strength Sap. Tail Glow. Just going to try to nuke it. Does not care about the Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, you're just not threatened. You can just go to town.
Oh.
So what's the coverage? Is it like a normal type move? Oh, Dazzling Gleam, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
That's going to go pretty crazy. You're going to get outsped by Qrem and Minior, probably, but, you know, it was pretty cool for a second. Here's Machamp. Looking kind of...
Yeah, they're kind of just going... They're kind of just going 1-for-1 with each other.
Yeah, but kind of a rough-looking situation for Phil. Oh, nice static. The Confuse is... Ooh, Confuse is rough. Another Dynamic Punch. Good slack off.
Bad.
Do you...
Ooh.
Do you want... Does he not have Parabolic Charge? What is he doing? Is he predicting a Moltres switch in? Or she? That's a she, right?
Maybe,
remember.
I'm not sure.
I would have... A couple parabolic charges could have turned this around a while ago. But these confuses are brutal. How many dynamic punches? 2 left. I mean, you might be able to PP stall this.
Yeah.
Muddy water. Nice. Paralyzed. Now you can slack off. Looking like a good situation for the belly bolt.
Oh.
Another dynamic punch. No more dynamic punches. Unfortunately, you hurt yourself in confusion. I feel like you switch out here.
Yeah, I would have a while ago. I feel like he was probably just 2 in. It's like I'm just gonna keep him in.
I like that. Setting up against the Minior. Oh, this is great. This is...
Oh, there you go.
Does he win this? Or does Pat win this?
Yeah, I think so.
He
Yeah,
just...
Pat starts his tear.
Oh, Stone Edge! No! Oh, missed the hurricane! Another missed Stone Edge! Oh my god! Shields down. Okay, hits the Stone Edge and there's the win. Okay, I did not know that Pat beat Phil. Wow. It's a big win. I didn't beat Phil.
Good win for him. Good win for Pat.
A huge win. That's a cool Minior color. Very cool Minior color. Great job, Pat. Wow.
The hair really starts going on a run here at the end of the season.
Yeah, seriously. Let's go. Noah versus Josh. Noah crushing it. Only 1 loss so far. Josh definitely finding his footing. No sun this time with the Torkoal, so we're gonna have to see how this photosynthesis gets used with maybe booster energy or something else.
I think Josh is just trying to get all of his mons to be used 3 times at this point.
Yeah, you're probably right. He did bring the same team like 6 times.
Yeah, he and admittedly he knows. He's like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to just play whatever. And funny enough, this is also basically a team drafted by Noah.
Oh really?
Yeah, he was like asking for advice on who to draft and stuff, and Noah basically drafted him a Sun team.
That makes so much more sense. I was like, how did this person that like doesn't know Mons end up with like the craziest team in the draft? And it's like, oh, he didn't.
It definitely had potential to make some noise, but
yeah, it's scary. All right, well, let's see what they do. Starting off, forget about the sun. We've got the sand. Noah's evolved from just a trick room guy to a trick room sand guy. It's a big thing. Body slam, Slitherwing. Bolt Beak doing 1 billion damage.
Get the kill.
Body slam.
Alive.
I
think Noah's plan here was to try to get just a bunch of kills with Drake's ult to hopefully get MVP.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Isn't the sand run? Oh, it's Life Orb. That's what the problem is. Okay, that's 3 kills. That's pretty nice.
Not bad, not bad.
And then I don't know how you're breaking through the rest with this. If you've got Sunny Day, Gouging Fire to get your Walking Wake going, maybe that would be something. Because Gouging Fire doesn't look very good into the rest of this team. But we do Dragon Dance. That's kind of neat.
Dragon Dance.
And then you die. Big return.
Yep. That was 8 turns.
That was
wow.
quick. That was real quick. That was almost a kill a turn. One of those turns was rocks. Whew.
Yeah.
Good game. Jackson versus Molly. 2 folks, I think, on the border of like playoffs, right? Maybe.
Yeah, Jackson, like Pat, like another guy, been turning it up lately.
Yeah.
I guess Pat's got a 3-game win streak.
Look at
Jackson's got a 2.
Look at that. That's awesome. Okay, Molly's probably out of playoffs. Definitely, right? Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah. She had a chance. I think like that game against Phil was super close.
Yep.
Beat him.
Too many 1-0s.
That
Too many 1-0s. That's tough. But
yeah.
let's see how this goes. So they're both fighting for their lives. Jackson's team's super scary. I've been saying this all season. It's just a bunch of... It feels like it's just a bunch of nukes and Klefki. I mean, you've got Chiyu, you've got Kartana, Zeraora. They're all just like fast, like things that hit real hard. Sock even. Like, that's fine. Molly's got a team with like a lot of aura. You know what I'm saying? Like, is a cool team.
For sure.
Crook's my guy. He just makes it happen all the time. That's scarfed. That's scarfed. Actually, right here looks pretty good. Just scarf earthquake. What are you gonna do?
Ooh, yeah.
So if I'm Molly, I'm probably trying to set that up. Maybe maybe get some paras off with Toxtricity and Cresselia. Couple first impressions on maybe like Sock or like Kartana, just like soften them up a little bit so that Crook can just go to town maybe.
Yeah, if you can do a little damage on Kartana early, I mean, I'm sure that's what Jackson's going to want to do, is just get it going with him.
Yep. Is gonna get emergency exited. That's kind of neat. Berry juice. Well, it's like little cup. And here comes the Crook. What are we doing? We're knocking off. That's pretty cool. It is Moxie,
Yep.
but we've gone knockoff, so... And here's Reflect. They're not scarfed, but like the speed's like still fine.
Yeah.
Starting to cook a little bit. I like this. But now,
after the Reflect, you hopefully set up Kartana.
yeah. And that's a good switch in there with the Toxtricity. Not much you can do about that, but the problem is you really can't like go off as long as that Kartana's there because it outspeeds you. Same with the PU, I believe, yeah. Big Dark Pulse. Just gonna... Oh, what a waste of... Tell you, that's tough. That's tough.
It's rid of Helen Keller.
Yep. Drain Punch. Crit.
Smash, yup.
Activates the Sash. There's a Dark Pulse, but you're gonna get... Oh, you're faster. That's nice. But now you invite in the Kartana that's faster than your entire team.
Yep. Now Katana's just gonna go to work here.
Yeah. You needed... First Impression's neat. You had First
Snap
Impression plus Scarfed Crook. Could have done it. Delmont? Oh? Knocks off.
Ooh.
Takes off the...
That
Oh,
killed him.
it was also scarfed. I would have goofed myself. I didn't consider the
Wow.
Kartana having a scarf. I formally apologize. And Kartana does what Kartana does, right?
Yep. Just ends it here.
Fast matches this week. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to have you on for the short stream, but sounds like you've been busy anyways.
Yeah, guess it works out. Gotta watch that Maryland game soon.
There you go. That's big. Oh, that's at 7. Yeah, we got to keep the pace up. Okay, we've got a very big match here, right? Alex versus Caleb. Two pretty big threats on the other side. In the Kanto side. Alex 7-2. Caleb, obviously our season champion last time. Man, Steve's really climbed up.
Yeah, he's like the hottest player. Him and Pat.
Yeah, incredible. So we've got Alex's like super kind of balanced team. I mean, you got screens, you've got bulky guys, you got priority guys. You've got a little bit of everything on this team. And then Caleb's got...
Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay, and then Caleb has this like very tricky team. Always looks just kind of odd. Spectre is like one of the most threatening things in the entire format. And then you've got these utility guys. Uxie can take a lot of hits, Thunderwave, Trick, whatever you want to do. Sableye, Prankster, obviously. There's only one dark type on this team, so I don't know, maybe we'll see some Mugulus switch-ins to Sableye. Zapdos has some really fun sets, and I don't see a lot of resists for it. I don't know if he gets like a fire type move, but once Ferrothorn's out of the way, this Zapdos actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, if he gets rid of the bulky Ferrothorn, yeah, I think he's got a shot.
Yeah, so maybe we'll see like Flamethrower Uxie or something. I don't know. Any other thoughts on this one?
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, Caleb's probably just gonna do what he's typically wants to do, is just sit out his Stallmons and then just hope he gets the perfect situation to sweep with either Spectre or someone.
It's definitely exciting. Definitely exciting
Oh yeah.
for him.
And then that Zamazenta Alex has too. It's just
Oh yeah,
nasty.
super scary. You got the Sableye to wallet, I think, which is nice. Focus Sash is gone. Terra Dark, I love that. Terra Dark, so you can't get parried or burned or anything.
Wow.
And how does this situation end? You... Wow,
Does it
that's...
do anything? Oh, gets a Will-O-Wisp. Oh, yeah,
he didn't
that's right.
know.
Immune.
He didn't know. It's great technology, Alex. What an incredible play.
Mm.
U-turn. Dang, Alex is scary. Zama's gonna be fine here. Gets the rapid spin off.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be enough though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting good damage off. Oh!
Oh!
Crit!
No, he gets a crit. Man, that's huge.
Good progress on
Tier 2.
Ferrothorn, and now we're just gonna protect stall. Woohoo. You gotta switch out here. Gotta switch out here. Or rapid spin. I guess that you're protecting anyways.
Yeah.
Here's Uxie.
I would have done that a whole turn ago, but yeah.
Yeah. Got the reflect up. That's kind of nice. Are we gonna see screens now? Underwave against the fast mon. That's pretty cool. Knockoff. So Aurora Veil's only gonna last 5 turns. Here's the light screen. We've got Nasty Plot. What a weird... There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Interesting, yeah.
Got Rotom, who's gonna outspeed the Ninetales and try and stall out some screen turns, but the para comes in clutch anyways.
You got like a handful of things going on right now. This is a lot.
Oh, those are some rough paras. We're knocking off the Ninetales, I guess predicting a switch. There it is. And here's the Reflect again.
Doesn't take much from the fake out.
And there goes the Uxie. Are we in a place where Spectrier can go to town yet? No, he's still setting up. Triple Axel's probably not going to do it with Reflect. Misses the Willow. That's rough. I feel like you just Volt Switch there.
Would you been able to kill him there?
I think you would have.
Yeah, I would have just killed him.
Maybe he ran the calc or something. Ooh, that's a rough crit.
Dead now.
But now Spectrier can maybe get something going. We've got... Oh, never mind. That thing's so full. Whew.
Yep.
It can. Actually, no. Because with leftovers, it's going to get just enough.
Oh, is it going to just barely beat it?
Oh, no, it does it.
No.
And now...
Let's see what happens.
Oh, my God. Just click the Shadow Ball button. Oh, we've got a Spore!
Oh. Ooh, that's tough. Great move by Alex.
Does he wake up? Wakes up immediately.
Oh, quick though. Doesn't really do much then.
Yep. Times 2.
What does he get out of this?
Fork Drive Speed. It's going to get a big hit off. Yeah.
Yep. There you go. That's like the one answer.
Yep.
He brought it.
Air Slash. Zapdos. Flinch it. That's a rough flinch. That's a rough flinch.
Oh, missed my Iron Jugulus. I had it. That's what I had last time.
Yeah, you could add even more Iron Mons, man.
Yeah, I was trying to hoard all the irons this year. But...
Yeah. So close. All right. Good job, Alex, on that one. All right, 2 more. We've got Diego versus Solon. Not Soul Train, not Solon. It's Solon.
Diego's playing the game with only a couple fingers at the moment, but
yeah, he's struggling. This is but he's a fighter, and he's going to come in here with a pretty good team and a fire in his heart. Tianpao, I think, is one of the nastiest things in the whole format, just with that ability and already the sky high attack. I don't see a ton of answers to Scizor here. I'm seeing like Heat Wave Zapdos, Flamethrower Clefable, and then like maybe like just like raw water attack Starmies. But unless you're Zapdos, you're kind of afraid of Bullet Punch. So I think if I'm Solon, I do kind of like the Scizor here, and I want to save it for a lot of stuff. So I'm trying to keep the Scizor away from those guys. You got any thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think if he can get Chen Pao out, and I think he can really get going with Scizor, I think that's gonna do a lot.
Yeah. Well, let's see what
Yeah,
he
I think
does.
I think the other thing for two, he was telling me same thing with Josh. He's like, I got to use a couple of these guys now, like the
Mm,
Obama Snow that I haven't used yet. That kind of
42.
unfortunate for him.
That's a band if I and the
Ooh,
scissor's gone
right? We
immediately.
were just talking him up.
That's so funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
right out the window.
Nice waterfall. Is that banded? No, it's leftovers. Wow. Haunter's frail. That's Specs Haunter. Is that what that was?
I guess. I mean, yeah, very very low point value mon, got a lot out of it there.
Yeah. You're gonna get outsped. Yeah, you're dead.
And the Alakazam too. That was like probably his other one that could have done some damage.
I would have liked to see a lot more Overquill here. Just like spamming, like Intimidate over some of these like physical attackers.
Right.
Like this one, for example. Destiny Bond.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it didn't kill. And Obama Snow might be able to get through this, but you're gonna get outsped. Oh, nice poison. Problem is, you're getting outsped by Zapdos, and you're just gonna get Heat Wave, probably.
Yeah, more than likely. Oh,
Maybe
Volt
no
Switch
Heat Wave.
something. Yeah, probably didn't bring it.
That feels crazy against a team with an Obama Snow and a Scizor to not have Heat Wave.
Yeah, you would think with the Scizor.
Energy Ball. This guy's chunky.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You got a freeze there. That could have maybe been something.
Yeah, if he had Avalanche, maybe.
Alligator. Gonna get throat chopped. Die. Rough. Really fast matches. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Anyways, good stuff to Diego. We've got our last match, Steve versus Greg. Rough looking matchup for Greg.
Maybe another quick one.
Yeah, I'm gonna be quite frank. What do you do about Ogerpon?
Yeah, that's a tough answer.
You've got a. I think I'm running Scarfed, Gardevoir or Zoroark with like. Did they get Will-O-Wisp or something? Maybe a Thunder Wave, something like that. Let's just let the tape roll. Just let it. And here's the Gardevoir is gonna take a little surf, whatever. Kilowattrel comes in, soaks up. I don't know if that was a prediction, but that was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Bolt switches, and here we go.
Yep.
Trailblaze, nothing outspeeds it.
Thunderbolt.
Not even Greninja. Bonk.
No. Bonk.
Bonk.
Yep. Here we go.
Bonk.
That was the Zoroark. This thing that always gets me.
Oh yeah, it fools me every time. Bonk.
Every time.
Bonk.
Wow.
That's crazy. Bonk.
Called it.
The bonkathon, dude. All right.
Called it from the very beginning too. Man, that might be the MVP now.
He is. Let's take a look at the
He
MVP
is?
rankings.
Okay.
Or she. Oh
What are we
no.
looking at?
Wait. Jeremy's Dragapult came in.
Wow.
That must have been a match that just happened or something. 9 GP. That's come to every match. Makes sense. It's like the best Pokemon probably in the whole format.
Dang.
Maybe I said earlier Chimpao maybe, but honestly Dragapult. And I think Spectre is in the conversation too, but like it's got to be Dragapult. There's so many things you could do with it.
Iron Hands had a great start, and then after that I was just kind of like, I prefer to just win matches. I don't care about the MVP as much.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I started having to try and win matches with other guys, and they're getting it done.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I got Steve next week. We might have the bonk off of the century with Ogerpon Hearthflame versus Wellspring. It's gonna be a good one.
Classic.
Yeah. So you got Iron Hands up here.
Yeah, I got Noah next week, so unfortunately don't think I got a chance for MVP.
It's gonna be a tough match. A good match, I think. A really good match. I mean, you guys both have like theme teams, right? A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I got like my irons. He's got his trick room and sandstorm.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be the match of the week, maybe right there.
Could be.
Very tricky team without like the big numbered, like the big point value threats. But I don't know. But you got Val. Iron Valiant's just so good. So
Yeah, I barely used Iron Valve this year. I might have to next week.
yeah, you gotta
Or
crank it
will
up.
I? I don't know if you're listening now.
Oh, mind games. All right. Any final thoughts?
No, I mean, I've definitely been pretty impressed. Like, some people did not start out the season so well. Like, I've definitely gotten the hang of it, especially these newer guys. So it's been really cool to see.
Yeah, they're cranking it up. I see.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely feel like this league's been way more competitive than last year. Like, it's going to be a very tight playoff push for these last couple seeds too.
Yep. So we'll see how it all ends up. I think the matchups this week were really well set up. So good job to Alex on that, because I know these are specifically catered. It's rival week 2. I guess it's week 10. So that's bad. I apologize. We're getting confused here a little bit because you guys are watching the week 8 watch party, but whatever. I want to talk about week 10. It's exciting. It's me and Steve, and it's you and Noah, and these matches look great across the board.
For sure.
Jaden and Diego are like fiery newcomers. Let's go.
Yeah, see if Nick can get his first win in the season against
It's
Greg.
Greg.
Too.
That would be intense. That would be really big. Is he the only one? Yeah, he's the only one. All right, well, maybe I'll help him.
It's gonna be his best chance. I mean, if he surprises like he did the last couple weeks, I think he could do it.
He could do it. All right. Well, thank you very much, Luke. Maybe run into you in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, looking forward to it.
We'll see. All right, I'm gonna hop off and say goodbye to the stream and stuff.
All right, man.
See you. All right, gang. What a blessing that was. Another week. Another week of the good stuff. Shout out to Glitch X City, whose music I use in the background for these, by the way. This copyright-free Pokemon music that you can use for videos and stuff. So it's very nice of them to do it. Says you should use caution for it, and I'm using caution somehow. But we got a very, very exciting end to the league coming up. I've got personally a lot of matches this week. I've got the Steve match on Sunday. I've got a match in the Sun and Moon League. You can see the other ones in my Discord. I've got 2 Scarlet Violet Nacdex Smogon leagues. I've got a regular Scarlet Violet Terra draft league. There's a lot. But anyways, thank you guys for joining. We will be back on Friday at the latest with more Donkey Kong 64. In the meantime, I'm your spooky host, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Let's go ahead and raid somebody. Let's give somebody a raid. Who am I following? There's Rydog playing Monster Hunter World. That's easy. Let's do it. Let's go raid Rydog. Playing World. Interesting. I guess he didn't get Wilds. Everybody, hope you have a wonderful day. I'm your spooky host. Feel free to say that the haunted homies are here in chat once you get there. Goodbye.